Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are new, if you're not new, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina and today, oh gosh, okay, I'm not sure if I'm excited for the video that I'm making. We'll see how I feel as the video goes along. I'm gonna be very monotone probably throughout this video because that was the vibe of the event I'm gonna be talking about the whole time. Well, today I'm gonna be talking about Mama 2021. Woo! Yeah, okay. So last year, my Mama video, a lot of you guys enjoyed it. So I was like, let's just do it again. Why not? For old time's sake. I was actually very excited to do it before, like a few weeks ago, because I saw I saw the lineup and I was like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna have a lot to say. I'm gonna get into it later, but all of this to say, I'm gonna be talking about Mama. It's gonna be the same way I did last year. I'm gonna talk about the performances, the ones that I personally cared about. If you notice that a group isn't in here or a few groups that aren't in here, a group that you might like, sorry, but if I just didn't have it in myself to watch their performance. I didn't sit up and watch the award show. I watched all of the clips on YouTube today because I cherish sleep, especially because it's final season. So I kind of need all the rest I can get during this hellish time. So everything that I'm about to say is based off of just the performances. I did not sit through the award show. I don't even know who won which awards. I really am out of the loop, but I also don't care about the awards. I just care about the performances. And even that, I'm kind of like, do I really? Because after this year, I don't really know how much hope I have for Mama anymore beyond this point. I'm going to talk about the performances, and then afterwards I'm going to talk about what I liked and what I disliked. This should be interesting. Okay, let's go. I guess the best way to start off is to talk about the first performances of the night. The opening performances with Yeji, Hyunjin, Wooyoung, Yeonjun, and Enhypen member, and then Karina. Sorry to that Enhypen member, I don't keep up with Enhypen, and I don't feel obliged to. So yeah, opening performance, it was not good. I didn't like it. I feel like a lot of people didn't. I stayed away from my timeline all day until I got the chance to watch the performances, just so I could like have my own opinions and my own biases. So after I watched all the performances that I needed to, I went on Twitter, and it seems like everyone is in the same mindset that I am, where I just feel like this opening performance, this collab that Mnet was like hyping up for the past 2 weeks, wasn't even a collab, and I'm kind of upset. They got the best dancers according to their role in the group. Those are the best dancers in their respective groups, and yet they didn't give much. They gave nothing. They gave flips, maybe a cartwheel or two, a twirl maybe, and that was it. And they all got their own like 20 seconds of dance time, and then it was done. It was so disappointing. The potential that this had to be great was through the roof, like off the charts. I was expecting something, and they gave nothing. Each and every one of them gave nothing, and that's sad because I stand at least half of the people that were part of this performance, and they just let me down. Yeah, nothing else to really say about that. I'm more mad at Mnet than I am at the members themselves, because it looked like this was done within like maybe 2 days worth of practice. The choreography for each person that performed didn't look rehearsed. It looked like a really broken down freestyle that each one of them only got like 2 days to practice, and then that was it. Sorry to the people that performed. I know that you probably did not have much to work with, but still, you couldn't have come up with anything else, please, like anything. Like, it was such a, like, imagining starting off an award show like that. Could you imagine? I would be so upset if I were like an audience member. I'd be like, what is this? Like, what? Because the graphics can't save you every year, Mnet, because that was their whole thing this year, like the holographic graphics all around the stage or whatever, it can't save you this year. It can't save you like it did last year, okay? You need to give a little bit more, especially since there was like an actual audience there and they were silent throughout most of the award show. But I'll get to that later on. The opening performance, not good. Yeah, let's move on. Next, we have My Girls. One of the few only girl groups that were here tonight. Itsy, my girls, my loves, my queens, love them to bits and pieces. It's the way that they kind of stole the show. It's the way that they kind of outsold. My expectations were pretty high because I knew that they wouldn't disappoint me. Out of all the people that I saw in that lineup, I knew, okay, so Itsy and maybe like a few other groups, they were not going to disappoint me because Itsy group of performers. But what I wasn't expecting from this performance was a whole story. They gave you a start, a middle, and an ending. It was like a whole story. The plot unfolded before our eyes, while they also gave us an actual performance. Like they gave us sets, a production, they gave us acting, they gave us dancing, the mics were on. They gave me everything that I wanted. The outfits, please stop. Let me stop myself. Itsy is full like girl crushes. Like, are you kidding me? That whole entire group, hot. Like, actually. But when Yeji came out in that like black latex bodysuit, I was kind of drooling. I was on the floor. Oh my god. And don't give me Sarah Rujin, please, because actress era, dare I say. I really do appreciate Itsy for what they are. It girls. They are it girls. Itsy. Ha. I didn't even plan that. That's just the truth of like, it's just what they do. They don't disappoint me ever. I'm so biased. I love these girls. They're kind of one of my favorite groups out of 4th gen at the moment because they know how to give me what I want. And I don't ask for much. So they always exceed everything. All expectations. They were from Loco, Mafia in the Morning, 2 ultimate hits. I'm gonna do same thing I did last year, like favorite albums, music stuff that I did like last year. I'm gonna do it this year as well. So expect that, and expect Itsy to definitely be on the list because their albums they've been dropping the past year have been hit after hit after hit. It's like never a miss in their discography. I'm coming to realize that. That's insane. And then like they end the year off with this kind of performance. And then they got the guy from Squid Game. Random, very random. I actually gasped. Like I was on my bed and I audibly gasped. I was like gasping for air. I was like, oh my god, is that the man? Is that my man? I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I don't want to like butcher it. Hyo Sung-tae. The guy, the gangster guy from Squid Game, yeah, he was playing the evil bad guy in their performance, and I was like, oh my god, so y'all like actually came prepared. JYP was wanting to give this man a check to act in their performance. Bet. Exactly. Yeah, kind of those girls. Like they are it. When it comes to like the mama versions of the songs that were performed, I'm pretty sure Mafia in the Morning had a mama version. I liked it. I'm pretty sure out of all of the mama like remixes that groups had for their original songs this year, the mama version of Mafia in the Morning was pretty decent. I liked the band aspect. Like you could hear drums, you could hear like a whole like marching band in the back during Mafia in the Morning. And it's not the kind of song that you would expect a marching band-esque feel, but it worked very well and I liked it. Next, we're going on to TXT. My boys, every time I see these boys, I feel like they get taller. Random, I know. They performed Frost and they performed Lose Their Lover. I like Frost. Actually, I like it. I love it. I love it a lot, actually. The album for these songs, banger, a hit. They've been promoting these like songs for at least a good like 6 months and I haven't been bored. Not once. It's been great because almost every song, no, not almost, basically every song off of the album that comes with this hit. Like arguably album of the year, but you didn't hear that from me. I'm sorry. I like the performance. I've never seen the Frost performance video because I like my health and I like, you know, living and breathing, and I know I wouldn't have lasted if I watched the Frost performance video. But I watched the Frost performance because I wanted to get like a good look at everything TXT was offering this year for Mama, because they were one of the few saviors of this year, to be honest. I watched this performance and I was like, oh, this is cool choreography, and I was like, oh my god, this is so great. And then Yeonjun, please stop. That man does a lot and it's unnecessary, and I would just, because it's for my own health, my own benefit, I need him to like chill. The facial expressions, the smirks, the glares in the camera, it hurts my soul. I need him to stop. But they all looked good though, like don't get me wrong, they all exceeded in every single way. That Frost choreo, it was really good. But I would like to say that I would have switched out Frost for I Know I Love You, because that song transitions into Loser Lover easily, whether it be like the song or the concept, whatever, it just matches up perfectly. They could have easily done those two and maybe done Frost at a different award show. But I liked Frost and I liked Loser Lover. The performance for it was really nice. I like how they matched it up with how their music video looked, because you know in the music video they're kind of like on a truck or some moving vehicle, living their rock star life, singing on top of said vehicle while it's moving, driving down the road. They kind of remade that set on the stage, and I like that a lot. Loser Lover is kind of an angsty teen anthem, and you either get it or you don't, and if you don't, then you're kind of a loser, and not in a lover way. You're just a loser. Overall, great. I love the dance break that they did for the Frost performance. It gave me kind of MJ vibes, which I really, really liked. That group is full of dancers. There's not one weak link in that group. It's kind of insane. Like, they're so talented. Now we're moving on to NCT. I'm only going to talk about NCT Dream and NCT 127 and only like the few songs that I cared about from the groups, because I didn't feel like watching all the performances. Every time NCT comes to these award shows, they take up at least half of the show because they have so many subunits and they release so many songs a year, and I can't take that. So I only watched the few songs that I actually cared about enough to like watch the performance for. I'm going to talk about NCT Dream first. They performed Hot Sauce and Hello Future. I'm going to start with Hot Sauce first. Guys, when the hologram for the big Hot Sauce came on the stage, I don't know why, I just busted out laughing. And then that was the starting point, and I couldn't take the rest of the performance seriously, especially when they came out of the huge Hot Sauce bottle. I don't know. I was dying laughing the whole time. I don't know why. I don't like, my brain just couldn't process, because even the concept for the Hot Sauce music video, it was just hot sauce everywhere, and I think it took me back to my first time watching the Hot Sauce music video, and I was just cracking up laughing because I didn't I didn't get it. Like, it was just really funny. They were dead serious though, so I shouldn't have been laughing. I watched it a second time through without the giggles and the chuckles, but yeah, first impression, big ass hot sauce bottle on stage, them breaking out of it, and they were dead serious. I don't like, I'm sorry. They did a good job though. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that they didn't do a good job. They performed their butts off like they always do. The Hot Sauce choreo is really good. Like, it will have you up out of your seat. I personally enjoy it. I know a lot of people didn't like Hot Sauce. When it comes to NCT Dream songs, a lot of people debate on whether they're good or not. They are. Just say that you lack taste and go. I'm sorry, but Hot Sauce is a good song. I don't know how I feel about the outfits they wore. Giving very vroom vroom, giving very NASCAR racers. I did not know how to feel about it. But as the performance went on and I got my chuckles out of the way, I got a chance to actually look at them and their looks, and I was like, maybe as a cohesive group this works. I think. I don't know. I prefer their outfits for Hello Future more, I think. I like that royalty look that groups go for when they do like the all one color and then like gold or silver accents. I like that look. I don't know about this like racer look. I don't know how to feel about that. Those SM stylists don't know what they're doing half the time, and they prove it every single year, especially during award show season. Like, it's bad. Just give them a tux. Honestly, like, I hate to go the basic route, but a tux works just fine, you know? I also didn't like the hot sauce version for Mama. Just a lot of unnecessary dubstep at the end, and it pissed me off. I feel like you could have easily taken out the dubstep at the end and kept the second verse of the song in it, because most of these groups that performed at Mama this year, some of their songs were shortened because they obviously had multiple comebacks, so they had to perform multiple songs of the award shows. So I accept the fact that they had to shorten a few songs, but most of the songs didn't have to be shortened if these Mama versions of songs didn't exist, because the Mama versions add unnecessary shit into the songs that didn't need to be there. And Hot Sauce is one of them. The dubstep dance break could have easily been kept out just so I could hear the full version of Hot Sauce in the performance. These already good songs are getting ruined because Mnet doesn't know how to keep their hands out of people's business. Like, please let them perform the way that it's supposed to be performed, please. Okay, Hello Future, what a great song. I still love this song. I still play it like at least once a week so I can keep some sort of sanity. If you hate this song, I assume that you hate rainbows and sunshine and puppies. I don't know, like, why are you so negative? That's coming from me. Why are you so negative? Why do you hate Hello Future? If you hate Hello Future, I assume you just hate it because NCT made it, because there's nothing wrong with the song at all. It's actually one of their best in my opinion. Like I said, I like their white jacket fits more than like the Hot Sauce NASCAR look. I personally like that a lot. They looked like royalty and I love that for any group, but NCT, like, they kill it every single time. Haechan was singing, but that's what he does. He's a singer, he sings. So when you know that the mics are on when Haechan comes up to the front and belts for his life. Love that for him. Jaemin's hair. I'm pretty sure his hair is pink now. I don't know when that happened. I have not been keeping up with NCT comebacks. I'm pretty sure NCT 2021 is a thing and they're dropping new music. So I'm pretty sure everyone has different looks, but I was not aware of this because, like I said, I don't keep up. So when Jaemin came on the stage with the pink hair, I instantly got flashbacks to We Go Up and I had to pause. I had to take a break. I had to get water. I had to go to the bathroom. I needed like at least a 10-minute break to like get myself together because I didn't notice him much because I was cracking up dying during the Hot Sauce performance. So when he came up front and centered towards me for Hello Future, I really did not know how to breathe. It was crazy. Like, it's a fun, innocent song, and then here he comes walking up all in my space. Like, he needs to stop. Overall, NCT Dream did a good job. Next we have NCT 127. I'm only gonna talk about, what's the name of it? Is it Favorite? Sorry guys, I call it the Saranghae song, and I don't even know what the actual name for it is. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's called Favorite. Okay, I thought it was going crazy. I refer to it as like the vampire song, but I never call it Favorite. I just say, oh my god, the vampire song that NCT made. I'm just gonna talk about Favorite because Favorite is one of NCT in general, not just NCT 127, one of NCT's best songs. And the fact that it was for a repackaged album, they kind of are crazy for that, actually. Literally one of the best things that NCT has done in a while. When I first saw the choreo in the music video, I felt attacked in many ways, in more than one sense. It starts, the melody is just like a very like cute, calm, and then all of a sudden it's like pelvis in face, and I'm like, whoa, this isn't what I signed up for. So it's kind of the same thing every time I see the dance now. I kind of have to like back away, even though I know what's coming. Like, I kind of have to like back up because just pelvis in face, I didn't ask for it, you know? The choreo, perfect. The execution for it, perfect. The song, the melody, the harmonies, it's just so good. It was a simple performance. They didn't really do much. I would have liked the full version of the song to be performed, but they also had to perform this with Sticker, and no, I'm not going to talk about Sticker because no. But Favorite, it was great. It was great. I kind of wish that the vampire concept for the music video translated somewhat into the performance. I don't know how they would have done that, but it would have like satisfied something in me, so I wish they did, but it's okay that they didn't because they killed it regardless. Yes, NCT, great. Those are all the performances I'm going to talk about with them because that's all I care about. Next, we have 101. Okay, is anyone else confused? Is anyone else a little bit perturbed, maybe just like slow in the head about this 101 thing? I don't understand why they did this. I don't know if Mnet like bribed them maybe. I don't understand why they did this for Mama. I'm confused, still confused, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like Energetic isn't my song. So of course I tuned into the performance. Like, it's a classic, it's a debut classic. So I watched the performance and something in me was very happy. I don't know, I wasn't really a one-on-one stan when they were out. I was a casual listener at best because my friends were into them, and so like I had no choice. Whenever they dropped something, I was always in tune for it, you know? But when they disbanded, I was like, okay, on to the next produce group. I was like, okay, it's a cycle at this point that Mnet does every time they make a new group. But I did not expect 101 to be one of their first groups that they put back like in the spotlight. I thought IOI was gonna do that, but apparently Mnet doesn't believe in women's rights. Anyways, Energetic, still a hit till this day. Like, I don't understand how people don't like that song. I love the performance. Not gonna lie though, whenever I think of 101, the first thought that comes in my head is Kang Daniel. So tell me why when Jin Young popped out, I actually screamed. I don't know if y'all know, I'm a huge CIX stan. I love me some Jin Young. He's on my bias record to the max. When he popped up out of nowhere, I screamed because I totally forgot that this man originated from Produce. I totally forgot he was in 101. Like, I've been in a state of shock all day since that performance because I forgot Jin Young was it. Like, he's come so far. This is such like a tangent, but if y'all don't stand CIX, you should. Mnet, it's kind of foul of you to invite the 101 members but not have their actual groups perform, because I'm sure the other members are like in their own respective groups or doing their own solo careers as well, yet you only let them do 101 stuff. I would have personally preferred a CIX performance since they're kind of carrying the 4th gen boy groups right now, but that's besides the point. So I watched Energetic and I watched Burning Up and then I watched The Beautiful Stage. I didn't mean to watch The Beautiful Stage. It went on autoplay and my remote stopped working because I needed batteries. So while I was getting batteries, I was also watching The Beautiful Stage, and it was indeed beautiful. The Burning Up stage was exactly what I expected because it gave what it gave a few years ago. Nothing much changed with the Burning Up stage. Good performance. Glad they did something after a few years. I'm sure they're fans. What are y'all called? The Wannables. I'm sure Wannables are so happy about this. I personally didn't realize how happy I was going to be until it actually happened. I think Energetic just woke something in me that I didn't know I needed. Like, it took me back to a place where I didn't know I wanted to be, but yet there I was, and I don't regret watching their performances. They did a good job. Great job to them. Amazing. Next, espa. Okay, so espa, I was on the fence about watching their stuff because, not gonna lie, after Giselle's whole thing that she did, was it a month ago or was it 2 months ago? Time is literally a figment of my imagination. It is not real. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was definitely recent enough to the point where people still remember especially me. So I was like, do I even want to watch it? Because every time I look at her face now, I get annoyed. But I watched it and it wasn't anything that I didn't expect. Their outfits were not good. That was something I was surprised about because usually aespa's outfits, like, they're one of the most fashion forward SM groups in my opinion. Like, I haven't seen an outfit from them that doesn't miss until this. I don't know what was happening in the dressing rooms. I don't know what the stylists were thinking. The only outfit that I think I can confidently say I like was Ning Ning's, but everyone else, I'm so confused. Still, I don't, because like, I saw their red carpet looks, the all black, the classy fit. I was like, ooh, that's a look. That's really nice. It was simple, it was basic, but it was nice. Like, I liked that. And then I saw their performance outfits and I was dumbstruck because I was like, what is going on? On to the actual performance. Yeah, nothing that I didn't expect already. Next Level and Savage, those are the songs that they performed because those are the only songs that they had comebacks for. Yeah, so I don't know if this was just me, but the stage felt pretty empty. Like, I was getting kind of bored. A little, just a little. I don't know why. I think the vibe was off. Maybe like the vibe check just wasn't there for me because something just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. The vocals were definitely there. Ning Ning and Winter, you already know, like the pipes, were present at the performance, but the stage presence, the performance itself was just not giving, and it kind of disappointed me. I feel like without all the cool camera work and special effects that SM adds to the whole espa concept overall, they just don't give much, and it's kind of sad. There was a snake that kind of scared me. I was thrown off by the snake, and their little AI novice people, they also scare me. I don't really like their novice people. I get nightmares about their novice robot AI people. So when they popped up out like on the stage, that didn't really help at all. But I guess it's nice that they incorporated that. It gave me something. It gave me something else, but it didn't give me the thing that I wanted, and I don't really know what I wanted, but it was just odd. I would have liked a full version of Next Level and not Savage. I prefer Next Level to Savage, which is something I never thought I'd say. espa songs are kind of weird. So to say that you like one over the other, you're already put in a weird place, you know? So I'm not taking back that statement. I would have liked for them to perform a full version of Next Level and then cut down Savage maybe, but I guess I will never get what I want. Overall, disappointing performance. Kinda, sorta, just a little. We'll see how they do next year. Hoping for the best. Last but not least, best performance of the night. You guys already know, ATEEZ. Where do I start? So I've been on a whirlwind with ATEEZ for the past like week because of their comeback stuff. So I was already kind of overwhelmed before this performance even came on my television. With that being said, I did not know what to expect because like the Real exists, like, you know, that song that they did for Kingdom, that they released their own version of it the other day. Yeah, that The Real, they performed it, right? But I didn't know what to expect, but I knew exactly what to expect, and they gave me what I wanted and more. And then they also did Turbulence, right? And I, for one, was not expecting a Hongjoong solo, so I was thrown off. My heart was doing spins. Like, it was in my ass. I did not know what was going on. I put on Turbulence first, and I see Hongjoong on stage alone, and I was like, absolutely not. I was like, let's take a break. Let's take a pause. So Hongjoong killed it. He did what he had to do, a dancer. Kind of underrated dancer, if I'm being honest, because if you take the focus off of Mingi, Yoonho, and Wooyoung, ATEEZ is kind of full of aces, like absolute aces. The dancers, performers, they are outstanding. It's wild. Like, if you put each one of them in a solo stage, they will not bore you nor disappoint. Exception to the opening performance, Don't Piss Me Off. Other than that, they won't really disappoint you. That's crazy. I would love to see him do more contemporary style dancing one day if he wants to. I just thought that was really fascinating. Like, I really did not expect that. I loved it. So Turbulence, right? The song that had everyone in their feelings at the beginning of the week. I'm not gonna cry, so I'm just gonna skip over it, but I'm just gonna say, like, it was great. It was beautiful. Jongho and San harmonizing added 10 years to my life. I did not know there was choreography for Turbulence. I would like to see the full choreo. I was kind of surprised when they busted out into dance, like actual full-blown dance choreo. I didn't know that was what we were doing. I didn't know that was what the vibe was. So I would like a full dance for it. Please and thank you. On to The Real. The Real was a problem. The Real, San no sleeves, right? Yoonho disrespectful. He was disrespectful in the music video too, but in this live, like, this is like his song. Like, this is kind of Yoonho's song. I'm gonna be real, like, he's kind of the main character in this song. I know that Mingi was the main character in the MV, but this is Yoonho's song. Every time that he steps up front for the choreo, like, you know it's his time. Like, you know this is his shit. And I felt it through the screen. The traditional Korean concept, aesthetic that they were going for, not just in the performance, but also in the music video itself. I loved it. I loved it so much. By the way, The Real is their best music video yet. You can argue with the wall. I'm not arguing with you. The Real is definitely their best music video to date. That's actual art. And the fact that they brought that art on stage, like no one's doing it like them. They really saved that show because that audience was dead silent until ATEEZ came on stage. I'm gonna be real. I did not hear one clap, one make some noise, unless it was like the screen projector screaming for them to make noise. ATEEZ, on the other hand, got them up out of their seat, cheering, dancing along, light sticks waving. Like, they're really out here doing the damn thing. I can't wait to see them in January. Because yes, I'm going to the concert. I'm so excited. Every time I see them perform at these kinds of things, like, I get reminded that like I'm gonna see this soon in like a month. That's wild. I'm so excited. Choreo for the real eats, but we knew that already because we saw it on Kingdom. But the best part about this is that ATEEZ took that song that they did for Mnet show, made it into their own, performed it on an Mnet award show stage, and literally that was like the biggest FU to Mnet I've ever seen in my life. I loved it. I loved all of it. Like, what a way to just steal the show. What a way to basically crown themselves as kings, because they were really the best performance of the night. I'm being dead serious. Like, they kind of woke everyone up. I feel like it wasn't even just me, because throughout all the performances I was getting kind of bored, and then ATEEZ came on and I was like, wow, they did it again, folks. They have done it again. That was the last performance. Ended it on a high note because now I'm gonna get into the things that I did not like about this award show. Usually I start off with things I don't like so I can end on a high note and talk about things that I do like. But the thing with this award show is there's nothing I liked about it. So I'm gonna end this video with just a bunch of complaints, and we're just gonna see how this goes, because I think most of my complaints this year are the same as the ones last year, which is so it's not crazy because this is Mnet, so that they never change. But like, come on, you could have at least tried. First thing I'm gonna say that I did not like, obviously, girl groups. Said it last year, I'll say it again. No girl groups. But the worst part about it is most of their lineup for performances this year were 4th gen groups. You know how many amazing, wonderful girl groups debuted as of this year? Like, not even this year, last year as well, that you didn't invite, that you could have had the chance to invite again. Like, I'm sorry, what? Everglow had a comeback with not just First, but also Pirate. Iconic, right? Purple Kiss came back with Zombie right after debuting with one of the best debut songs I've heard in my life, Ponzonia. You didn't invite them. No, of course you didn't, because no brain cells, just thoughts. That one girl group that debuted with like a Ghostbusters concept a few months ago, Bugaboo, that I would have loved to see that at an award show, actually, because I know that they would have brought what needed to be brought to the table. Stacy, what about my girl Stacy? You know, because they had Stereotype, arguably Song of the Year, and you didn't invite them. Or ASAP, you know, another banger, another hit that they came back with this year. You see how I'm naming all of these songs that are hits? Because everyone knows these songs because they've been kind of on repeat for K-pop in general, because everyone knows these songs. They're kind of what's keeping K-pop interesting at the moment, because I'm gonna be honest, with 4th gen, it's either a hit or miss half the time because these groups don't know what they're doing. But these girl groups kind of carrying K-pop on their back at the moment, and that's wild that you don't invite them. Because I say this, I feel like every year, because it seems like, especially this year, because they weren't even trying to hide it, they invited like 15 different boy groups, and then you have itsy, you have these women street fighters, and then you have espa. So what? Oh, and then Brave Girls. I didn't talk about Brave Girls because I have nothing to say about them, like, at all. But what do you want me to do with this? Like, I'm so confused. Bring more girl groups and I swear your views will be through the roof, off the charts. Like, I promise you. Girl groups are kind of leading K-pop at the moment, especially these 4th gen ones, these groups that have only been out here for 3 days doing it like they're seniors. Yeah, you need to invite them. You need to have them perform, because I can't keep dealing with this every year. Like, I swear, Mama was something to actually stay tuned for, to actually get somewhat excited for, if not for the actual like awards being given, then for the performances. But I don't know what to work with when the only 3rd gen group that you brought out here was NCT, and no, 101 does not count because they're not even a group anymore. So what am I supposed to work with here? what am I supposed to do with this? I'm so lost. I don't blame the third gen groups for not showing up, because I wouldn't show up either if the year before I was left out in the cold and the snow for 6 hours outside of the actual award show waiting for my turn to perform. I wouldn't attend either. Yeah, y'all probably forgot about that. I didn't. I think about that. That keeps me up at night. Imagine inviting all of these top tier groups to your award show, keeping them outside in the cold. Like, I think about that all the time. So I don't blame groups for probably declining the invitation to go, especially these third gen groups that have been out here for like 7-8 years plus. Like, are you kidding? Mnet they just don't do anything right, and it's showing every time they do this Mama Awards every year. It just gets worse. This was the worst one to date though. Like, let's not lie. Like, the few performances that I mentioned that were good, some were good, some were great, some were amazing, and then some were just not good. Some meaning most. There were a lot of performances that I did not mention because I knew what I was going to get, and then there were some that I watched that I did not mention because I did not want to deal with the fans. But y'all probably know who they are. Like, I don't really know what Mnet wants from me at this point. I don't know what Mnet wants, especially from viewers. I heard this year that they made y'all pay, not to watch the award show apparently, but like red carpet and after show events. Who would pay for red carpet and after show events when your actual award show is ass? I don't know who they think they are, especially with this lineup. You're gonna give me this lineup and you're gonna make me pay. Maybe last year's lineup. Maybe you would have gotten it away with last year's lineup, especially with the way that the stages looked last year. You might have gotten away with it. But the audacity to ask for my hard-earned cash for this. You have lost your mind. I'm sorry. Like, what's going on in that building at Mnet? I'm so confused. Like, I want to talk to an intern to see what the experience is like, because maybe the interns needed to pay their bills and that's why Mnet is making people pay money this go around. I don't know, but I can't take this anymore. I can't take watching one of like the best award shows I've seen ever become one of the worst I've seen in a long time. And that says a lot, because I live in America and I have to deal with American award shows. This Mama Awards was like probably one of the worst things I've had to witness for an award show in a while. Half of the performances couldn't save it, like barely hanging on by a thread. I don't even know what else to say. Just do better. Like, I don't know, especially with when it comes to the groups that you treat all year round, specifically the groups on Kingdom. Yeah, those groups, ATs in particular, you treated them like crap and then they gave you the best performance of the night. You treated them like crap on Kingdom, yet you only nominated them for one award. You see, like, this is a pattern for many groups. I'm just naming out ATs in particular because it really grinds my gears the more I even think about it. Like, you see, you treat these groups that make your award shows fun to watch, you treat them with the most disrespect I've ever seen. And it's like this every year, especially when you take away votes and add in more votes because, you know, your award show is rigged, so the awards barely count for anything anymore. You're making people not want to watch, Mnet. Like, Mama Awards is a joke now. And that's so sad, because I know a lot of groups love Mama, or like at least pretend to for the check. But like, Mama was like an actual big thing once upon a time, and now it's the laughing stock. And then I heard that like Mama might come to America given like a few years time, and I'm just like, why do you want people not to tune in? I'm so confused. Like, are you trying to run your award show through the ground? Because that's where it's going. It's not gonna do any good if you're making it worse. I'm sorry, like, get a different creative team maybe, because nothing you're doing for the past at least 5 years has been working. But this year was really just like the nail in the casket. Find a different team to work with. Find different people that engages with their groups. The groups that you invite, find different people that engage with them a little bit more. A communicative team maybe, I don't know, because it seems like y'all are missing a lot of different factions within the Mnet building that make up what an award show should be, because there was no coordination here, no communication involved, just light shows and vibes the whole time this award show was going on. It seemed like no one understood the assignment, no one understood the plan. A few groups did, but they had only a little to work with. So I applaud the groups that showed out and did what they had to do. I hope the best for them for the rest of the award show season, because we have like 10 more of these award shows to get through. But I'm only going to do Mama because this is the one that everyone tunes into. And at this point, I don't even know why. And I think a lot of people realized after this year that they shouldn't either. So is it even worth saving? Is there anything that you can do to save this? And that I don't even know anymore. I don't think so. Sad. You started from the top, like so high, and now you're at rock bottom. That's tragic. So that's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, thank you. If you'd like to interact with me on Twitter, where I have talked about this briefly on multiple occasions, especially throughout the past few weeks, about Mama and how I feel, you can follow me here. I interact most on Twitter. But if you'd like to follow me on all my other social medias, they will be linked in the description below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.